BraveFathers.com. Welcome to the Brave Fathers Show. And now, the prophecy.
Right. So a male decided he gave on sex with his wife today. Well, not today, but there's a Reddit post that's on X that's upsetting lots of people. Let me just make sure. Let me see if let me pin this up so that everybody who is upset with me can can comment live. Right. So here's the thing. So this guy gave up on sex with his wife, right? So let's look at the post. Let's look at the post. So this is the Reddit post. I'm gonna read most of it, the beginning of it. So quickly, what are we seeing here? This is my version of a story told many times before. So today I give up on sex with my wife. I, 27-year-old male, I'm going to stop initiating sex with my wife, 25, female, because she never initiates. When we do have sex, it's only because I asked and there's nothing sexy about it. All right? So he goes on into describing why he thinks she's his best friend. He feels like that's a roommate. I don't. She has expressed that sex doesn't hold the same value in a relationship that I believe it does. Right? That's what he's saying. He says he talked to her. He talks to her. He's had this discussion with her. Every 6 months they have this discussion. So I don't know how long they've been together. He's sexually frustrated for some reason. Normally the conversation leads to her crying and he apologizes. And then says she'll be more open to initiating. She says she'll be more open to initiating. Excuse me, not the words. Which never happens. I'm ashamed to bring this to Reddit, but I need a third party opinion. I love her so much and I'm hurted. Right? So that's what he says. I made a comment which upset a lot of people. And I said, this male is so needy, it's almost sad. Worst part is, this is what society applauds today. What happened to being a man? So that's what I said. I said he's so needy, it's almost sad. And what's worse is that this is what society applauds today. What happened to being a man? And it got a lot of people upset. I'm getting all sorts of insults and messages and all that. So that's crazy. But let me address something very important that people don't understand. Like putting all arguments, jokes, and gender war bullshit aside, all that stuff aside. Here's what people don't realize, what men don't realize, what he does not realize. You see, I work with fathers in family courts, right? And what people don't know is this kind of situation, when you put yourself in it, you are literally making it easy for you to have to face false allegations. Like, get this right. When you put yourself in a position like that, that is just breeding ground for false accusations. Because she's already not inclined to do what you want, how you want to do it, which she has the right to do. You have the right to ask for what you want. But when you start pressuring a female, especially when it comes to matters of sex and touch and things like that, or anything at all, but especially with that, she can make up a story that you can't defend because there'll be enough truth in it to make it believable. And it's very difficult to overcome that. It's not impossible in many cases, but it's very difficult. So that's the first thing you have to keep in mind. You have to just understand that the vows you took mean nothing outside of that moment. And listen, I'm not saying it should not mean nothing. I'm not saying it shouldn't be worthless. I'm saying it is worthless. It means nothing. It's something that people do because that's what you do, right? You have to understand that. Your vows mean nothing. Okay? That's the first thing. Now let's look deeper at why I said he's needy. He says it's not sexy for him to ask for sex. Why? Is it because of how he's going about it? Are we at such a stage where people have believed in societal bullshit so much that you can't let a woman know, your wife, that you want to have sex with her? Why? What's wrong with it? And if a female is such that she wants you to lead, to take the lead, and you will be the one initiating it, why is that a problem? Why is it hurting you that she's not initiating? Why do you need her validation? Why do you need her to make you feel sexy? Why do you need her to feel like a man? That's needy. I'm not saying this. Look, I don't even like explaining this stuff because it pisses me off that people don't get it. But for the sake of helping people who don't get it, let's give a bit of an understanding here. It's needy because you are putting your self-worth in the hands of another person and you will never be fulfilled that way. And women get turned off by that kind of stuff. Like the same way you get turned off if she doesn't keep up her appearance, she doesn't feel sexy and attracted to you when you don't keep up with your emotional strength. Because that's what women want in men. It's not money. It's not. It's not. What's it called? Your status, your looks. Those are not the things women care about. Of course, they are useful and money is necessary, especially if you have kids and so forth. But that is not what attracts a woman to you. And people see evidence of so many famous people. People see evidence of rich people who get divorced, who get dumped, who get disrespected. And yet, they still cannot understand and realize that it means nothing. Money means nothing. Money is not what gets the pussy wet. It's how you are strong emotionally. That's why if you start acting weak and vulnerable to a female, it's like you're letting yourself go. And the truth is, as a man, you are built to deal with those things. You don't need a woman to nourish you, to feel good about yourself. You don't need it. It is nice when you have a woman like that, and a woman will naturally be giving and submissive and nourishing to you when you take care of yourself. Just like when you see a female that has taken care of herself and she's sexy and attractive and she looks good to you, you approach her, you make moves on her, you find that attractiveness in her, right? When she acts submissive and so forth, you find that attractive. We are not the same. We are not the same. So if you put yourself in a position where the woman dictates your self-worth, she's gonna lose attraction for you. And then there are guys who don't like, I don't like when women initiate sex. Like, I don't mind if she comes in. Look, I've had this one that comes to mind right away. Like, I remember this situation, right, where I was in a serious relationship. And she went and got this sexy Ann Summers outfit. And at the time, I was working on a project. And she walked in looking all sexy and that. But you see, I was working on a project. I was working on a project. So, as sexy as she was looking, that is distracting me from my project. Long story short, she's tried all kinds of things, and I actually got a bit annoyed. And I said, listen, when I'm done at this time. I've set my timer. When I'm done with my timing, I'm going to fuck you when I'm done. But right now I'm busy. And yes, she looked sexy. Yes, I liked how she looked, and it was very, very attractive. So she got on the phone with her friend, like, oh, he doesn't want to fuck me now. He's doing he's working on his stuff, right? I don't like it when they do it because if I'm not making a move, most likely I'm not interested. If I'm not doing anything, if I'm free and a woman wants sex and she can show me she's interested, but she has to accept that I will say no. So over time, females learn that with me, you have to basically wait for me to be ready, and I like to fuck a lot. So surely you get fucked a couple of times before the day is over, right? So she knows that. So I'm not gonna deprive her of sex. I'm not gonna deny her, but it's just gonna happen when I have time, when I'm ready. So if she dated a guy like that, she's just not expecting the man to lead when he wants it. And he's not saying that she's denying it, because based on what he's saying, she's not denying him sex, right? So people are so upset with me. And some of their comments, and I keep getting that because I represent Brave Fathers. Yes, but I don't represent any of the online factions. People are so zero-minded today. I call it zero mind. They have no mind of their own. So whatever the talking points are of the group that they belong to is what they're gonna go with. It's like the COVID people, where they said no mask, everybody was like, oh, don't wear masks, because that's what the talking point was. Wear masks, wear masks. It's the same thing now with MAGA, with the leftists, with the MGTOWs, the red pills, the feminists. Every fucking group has one hive mind, and anything you say has to comply with it. So I'm getting attacked because, listen, we are not going to have a way forward if we can't address real issues. We are men. I remember growing up, the older guys would always criticize us. They always be like, yo, whoa, you slacking. Whoa, why didn't you talk to her? I could see you want to, like, that's weak. They'll tell you. And then you listen, you take it in, and yeah, it hurts sometimes, it stings a bit, but then you change your behavior because you're learning. You're like, okay, next time I will not do it this way. Next time I'm not going to hesitate. I'm not going to be slow. Yeah, they'll make fun of you a bit. Yeah, they'll push you around a bit when necessary, because that's how we grow up. But now, I don't know whether the softness, like, is mandatory. It's mandatory now, I think. And listen, people ask me stupid questions. People ask me fucking stupid questions, right? They're saying, oh, God forbid he marries somebody you love. Motherfucker, I did not say don't marry someone you love. What I said is, don't just fall in fucking love and marry because you're in love as a man. As a man does not get married because he's in love. That's stupid. That does not mean you should not love the woman. Yes, love her, but the fact that you love her doesn't mean she is right for you. Oh, maybe I'm wrong. Am I wrong? Let's see. Are motherfuckers getting divorced? Are women dumping men all day long? Yes, they are. They are dumping men. They are initiated. 70% of divorces are initiated by women, right? 90% of college women initiate divorce. So when this guy says he's giving up on sex with his wife because she does not initiate, she fucks him when he goes for it, but she does not start it, right? So when that happens, why should you be fucking hurting? You are a man. She's following your lead. She's following your lead. Why is it a problem? And why are people upset with me for saying that he's acting needy? Why? He is acting needy. If you need a woman's approval, you're needy. If you marry because you are in love, you are needy. That does not mean that you should not be in love, motherfucker. That does not mean you should not love. Right? But falling in love is for girls. Listen, loving someone, loving a woman, and being in love are two different things. Essentially, what we see as being in love is fucking infatuation. That's what teenage girls do. They have a crush on someone. How did we get to a point where men are in love? Like, what the fuck? Again, that's not the same as loving a woman. Loving a woman, you love her. It's like when you love your child. You love your children. That does not mean you allow them to do whatever they want, right? You don't allow them to disrespect you, do you? So why do you allow a female to come into your life and disrespect you? Why? So this guy, if he wants a woman who is more dominant, if he wants a woman who is more, proactive about sex, then he needs to leave the woman he is with. Now, motherfuckers will be complaining about a sexless marriage. But the bitch is fucking you. When you say, open your legs, she opens her legs. I want to put my pee-pee in your vagina. She's down. So why are you, like, I don't get what the fuck is going on. She's not denying him sex, but because she does not initiate, he's leaving her. Not leaving her. He's giving up on sex with her. I suspect this guy is not really into her vagina. Let's just leave it at that. And the fact that there's people who are just, putting comments, disrespecting me, attacking me online, which is cool. Listen, I like the smoke. I enjoy it. I enjoy the attention, right? So don't think you should stop. But outside of, you being stupid, how the fuck are we supposed to make progress as men if people are upset because I said the guy is needy? Why are people attacking this woman for being a female, expecting her man to lead? Why are males upset that they are expected to lead? Why? Why do males want to be vulnerable with women? Like, why? Why? I don't get it. Why? You see, and when I say these things, people think I'm against men. No, I am for men being men. We have power. What makes us powerful is our ability. We have an inbuilt ability to compartmentalize our emotions, to process our emotions. We can sit with our anger, we can sit with our sadness, we can sit with our pain and sort it out. We can smoke some weed with the boys, we can have, a bit of whiskey, whatever we do, and we can sort it out. That's our strength. That's what makes us powerful. Why would you want to be vulnerable to a female who might divorce you? If there's a 70% chance that she's going to divorce you, or if she's college educated, there's 90% chance that she's going to divorce you. Why would you give her the ammunition she needs to destroy you in court? This fucking in love thing, we need to let go of it. That romantic bullshit, we need to let go because it's not for us. Valentine's Day is not even for us. Have we already? There was Valentine's Day like when was it? Like last month or something, right? Or was it this month? Last month, I think it was. Like, it's not for men. It's all about women. That romance shit is for them. And that's okay. We like our shit, they like their shit. Why do we have to be the same? Why can't we accept we are different? I just don't get it. And then this same motherfucker who says I'm giving up on sex with my wife, not because she's not having sex with him, but because she doesn't initiate, is going to end up in a sexless marriage. And whose fault is it? Why would he choose? Why would he choose this? Why would he choose this? And I'm getting comments. I'm getting people being disrespectful. I'm getting more notifications. People sending me stupid messages. Like, what's wrong with people? Like, don't people? Somebody's like, why your wife rejects you is going to break you. Why? Why is another person's opinion of you so important? Why did you believe the idea that your wife is your God? Like, listen, I don't know how to explain this to men. The Bible, and again, I'm not, look, I drink, I smoke, I fuck, right? So I'm not like some holy Christian. But there is some verses in the Bible that are important. There's a Bible that says, son, do not give your strength to women. I believe it's one of the Proverbs. Son, do not give your strength to women. Your strength as a man comes from you being an absolute. You are not a being relative to anybody else. You are able to be an absolute, just you, as you are. That's where your power comes from. That's where your strength comes from. That does not mean you cannot relate to other people. But there is a time where you do not relate to anybody but yourself. That is the reality. I know the society doesn't want it anymore because that's where our autonomy comes from. That's where our strength comes from. That's where our power comes from. But you have to sometimes not relate to anybody else but yourself. So when you're in situations, sometimes you have to ask yourself, do I want to be in this situation? Do I want to exist in this situation? If the answer is no, the question is, must I be in this situation? And now I have people giving themselves excuses to be needy by saying only weak men run away, right? They don't want to go through the struggle. Motherfucker, I don't want to go to the struggle. I do not. There are so many women out there. So many. I'm not going to let one give me 15 years of misery, 20 years of misery, 30 years of misery, 40 fucking years of misery. If you feel you are strong and you want the accolade and applause, nigga, then you do that shit. But I'm not going to do that. Listen, I have been in relationships in the past where at some point sex stopped. Right? I've done that mistake. But it's never gone past a couple of months. And that's too long. 2 months, 3 months, that's too long. But let's say you put up some kind of fight, which I think is still too long. Couple of months, okay. If there's a reason, which there isn't. It's different if she's ill or whatever, right? But there is no need, there's no reason. I'm just looking at the fucking messages from morons. Look at this stupid person. Imagine if a man refused to speak to his wife for 3 months at a time, and if the wife wanted a divorce, she would end up broke, homeless, and unable to see her children. Why should I imagine that? And where is that coming? Like, how do people arrive at those conclusions? Listen, and I feel the pain because listen, I work with fathers. I'm a father myself. I have been through all this false accusations. I've been through family courts. I've been through lies and the bullshit and the humiliation. And I've been in a situation where I lost everything I worked for my whole life. I have been through it. And I don't wish it upon anybody. The crazy thing is, this kind of attitude where you are putting yourself, oh, what if women did this? Listen, women don't have the same position as we do in the society. Okay? They are a protected class by law. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not even saying it's wrong. That's what it is. And for every one of us that would object to all those injustices, there's another 10, 20, 100, 1,000 guys, 10,000 guys who will support it. That's the society we live in. So your only option, your best option is to choose wisely, to know how to get the best woman you can get for yourself and deal with only those women. If your wife is abusive, your girlfriend is abusive, dump that fucking bitch. That's what you do. Now, if you value half of it, not all of your stuff, but half of your stuff more than yourself, more than your self-respect, more than your soul, more than your life, then pay the price. Keep working hard, keep making the money over the next 10 years, 20, 30 fucking 30 years, and let it treat you like a piece of shit. Worse than a piece of shit. Worse than a dog. Then let her do it. If you think that's it, like people are attacking me like I created unruly woman. I'm saying walk away from her. No, I'm miserable, but I will stay. Why? Because I have $170,000 in savings, and I can't lose the 80, what is it, 87 pounds, 500. I can't lose it. Oh, I've made $1 million. I can't lose 500,000. I have to hold on to the 500,000 and be disrespected, insulted, and spat on, go without sex, have to humiliate myself by cheating, by like really? Really? Is that what you worked for? You see, and that's what I don't get. And then people get angry with me. They get angry with me for saying the obvious. Leave her because she's not going to change. Yes, divorce her because she's not going to change. Your kids will grow up watching you being insulted and disrespected. You want that? That's the example you want to be as a father? We are brave fathers for a reason, because it's a brave choice. Listen, we are all made mistakes, right? Because nobody told us what I'm telling you now. Nobody told you that, listen, if she's not worth it, let her go. No, that's not what they told you. They said work hard so you can provide for her. That's what they told you, right? And they told her, make sure he provides for you, make sure he protects you. So you were set up from birth to be a workhorse. That's what you were set up to do. That's what we were set up. Like, I remember, I was like, what the fuck? Am I supposed to be like a workhorse or what? Like, it hit me. The only thing that saved me was I've always had the awareness that there's so many other women out there. So whenever I realized, whoa, this is not right for me, I started finding my way out. And I faced all this stuff. Like, listen, when I get passionate and angry about this, don't think that I'm trying to put myself above ever having to go through similar situations. I have gone through similar situations, not the same thing, but similar. The difference is with the time scale. This motherfucker says every 6 months they have the conversation about her not initiating sex. I would not wait 6 months. Never, ever. No. 2 months is like too long. A month is a stretch. Why? Like, I don't see, you see, and the problem is males are so conditioned that they are weak if they leave their relationship. They are conditioned to think that they are supposed to stay in that relationship. They are conditioned to think that they must be part of a relationship because that proves they are strong by taking the misery and abuse. But that's weakness. And we have to accept that sometimes we are weak. You are weak in that regard. You know, listen, if you can't lift 100 kilograms, right? A dumbbell or like whatever, you can't pick 100 kilogram weight. You know you're not strong enough to do that. You know you're too weak to raise that weight, to lift that weight. But when you have an emotional weakness, we can't accept it. Because we can't accept it, we can't resolve it, we can't find the strength that is supposed to be there in place of the weakness. That is the conditioning we have. We are taught, oh, you know, you know, they have some bullshit terms. Oh, all this alpha male, whatever. It's not about alpha male. It's not about that. Look at the reality on the ground. And it's sad because I want you to win. I want to win. And I want you to win. I want us to be winners. I want Brave Fathers to be a worldwide movement where fathers are winning, where children are winning because of the fathers they have. But we can't win if we can't Walk away from women who destroy our life. And if she is destroying your life, you have to walk away from her. You have to have the balls to walk away. Listen, know what it's like. I was thinking, the other day about one of my early relationship, and I realized that that girl was never really into me at all. She'll probably watch this one day because she knows who she is. Because she told me she was a virgin when I met her, and then she went. So we didn't have sex, and I was very, very inexperienced at the time. And so she went on holiday, and she met someone who supposedly broke her virginity. And then she decided to break up with me. And then I look back, I was like, that girl was never into me now that I think about it. She never was. I was just the nice guy who made her feel good about herself. I was the safe option. So I've been that. I will concede. I used to make out with lots of girls, but I was dating her. So she said I was cheating on her. That's why she said she left. But looking back, I think she was cheating too. So I'm not saying I was an angel, but she wasn't having sex with me. And then she said she was so in love with me. So if she was so in love with me, why would she go and sleep with somebody else? Right? Now that I'm more mature, I understand that at the time I just didn't know anything about sex. I didn't know anything about sex. I had at that time, I think I had been with like one or two girls at the time. Excuse me. So if I were to go back in time, I would handle her differently. I wouldn't have dated her for so long. So like I've experienced it. And now some people will say, oh, because you were hurt, you're acting out of hurt. It's no. As for hurt, every human being is going to get hurt at some point. That's life. The point is, you can't put yourself in a dangerous position, because that's what people don't get. All the false allegations and lies that women create about men is by seeking guys who believe this stuff, who believe in romance, who believe in being in love, and that the marriage vows mean something. Now, to be clear, you can love a woman, but she must deserve the love. If you've been with her for 3, 4, 5 years, and she's shown you over that time she's worth being a wife, by all means, marry that woman. She's shown you, she's with you, she stood by you. Probably friends whispering, oh, why are you with him? He's not even marrying you. He hasn't put what's it called, a ring on it, whatever bullshit. And she's sticking with you. Yeah, marry her. Of course. You've been seeing a girl for a year, you've been fucking her. She's, listens to you. She's respectful. She never argues with you, never rude to you, all that stuff. Of course. Make her your girlfriend. Enter a relationship with her. Treat her with respect. Of course. If someone has been with you and she's doing what she's got to do, and you married her and you've been married for 10 years and she's always loyal, doing what she has to do, she stayed consistent, still respectful, yes, your vows mean something because she deserves those vows. If I'm ever in position to if I decide to ever be at an altar again, I will not say the same vows that everybody else does, because they don't mean anything. You did not write those vows, for better, for worse, or whatever. Somebody else wrote that, and you're following somebody else's rules, and that's why you get fucked up. That's why you get fucked. So what it comes down to is, look, the guy in the Reddit post. Let me put it up just one more time. Right? She says what? She feels like a roommate that has helped me understand what I'm feeling. She has expressed before that sex doesn't hold the same value in a relationship that I believe. And that is another thing. Men think that women value sex a lot because women lie about that. They don't. Sex is nothing to a woman. Look, this sip can be worth more than sex to a woman because a woman has people throwing dick at her while she's sleeping. While she's sleeping, somebody is jerking off to the image of her. She- Sex is all over for them. They will say things like, "Oh, she needs an emotional connection when she doesn't want you." Things like that. You have to recognize when a woman doesn't want you, and you have to accept she doesn't want you. It doesn't mean you are not desirable. It means that she does not want you. There's, I'm shocked. Most guys have not even approached 100 women in their life. But if you approach a few hundred women, right? And of course, most will reject you, but you can just approach them for a conversation. You realize that what they are looking for, where they place the value, is not on the sex. It's on who you are and your ability to lead them and how they feel in your presence. And 80%, 90% actually, of what they feel in your presence is how you feel about yourself. And the only way you can feel about yourself that you are the man is when you validate yourself, when you give yourself approval, when you know that you are the shit. Like, I know I'm the truth. I am the prophecy. I am the truth. I know this. Do you know this about yourself? Do you? Do you? Do you know this about yourself? You have to figure out who you are and only accept women who want to be that with you. If this guy wants a woman who initiates sex, then he needs to get with a woman who initiates sex. Don't go into it thinking that marriage is going to change that, but you already know this. You already know this. So all these people attacking me, look, all these people sending me stupid comments and messages. Listen, I'm not an alpha male. I am that I am. I am I. I am I. I'm nothing you can ever compare. You can't compare me to anything that has ever existed or will ever exist. Motherfucker. Like, why do you have to live on the internet? Why? Like, yeah, we are here, we're having a communication, but that's not real life. That's not real life. The real life happens when you think about what I've said and say, okay, this makes sense. This has triggered me. Why has this triggered me? Why is this wise man getting to a core of what I'm feeling and thinking? Like, what is it? And you ponder on that and you find your own thought, your own original thought, your own ideas. And you do that. And you do that. You see, like, all this, one thing I've said before, like all this imitating, like, oh, be like James Bond and all that bullshit. No, don't be like anybody. Be yourself. But you have to learn how to do that. You have to learn how to be yourself because you've not been yourself your whole life. And the problem is, men think they must pursue the woman. They must, they keep going after her until she says yes. And then when she acts unruly or she doesn't fit into what they wanted, then they cry about it and attack someone like me who calls it out because it is needy. I'm not, you know, I'm not trying to insult the guy. If I say you're needy, it's not an insult, it's the truth. And when we are needy, we need to address those things. And neediness can never be addressed from outside. Neediness can only be addressed by you experiencing yourself, you understanding yourself, and you knowing how to relate to yourself. You see, like, so when I get these comments, right? Like, oh, you're a fake alpha male, right? Somebody put that comment. You sound like an oath breaker. You see, it's fun. It's fun. And if a woman did that, it's also fun because I'll get to say bye if I want to say bye, or I could just walk away without saying a word and never speak to her again. Like one day, like I'm one. Listen, I'm a person who one message is enough for me to never speak to a person again, especially if it's a female. One wrong move, because I have a duty to myself. I have a duty to me. I have a duty to me to do the best I can for myself, for me. Moi. You understand? And you have that duty to yourself. How can you give to others when you don't give to yourself? How can you protect a woman when you don't protect yourself? Why would you make yourself vulnerable to the person you're supposed to protect? How? Why? But you see, here's the thing. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. But the fact that it's not your fault doesn't absolve you from the responsibility. You're still responsible for yourself. So if boys are raised to be vulnerable, to talk about their emotions and bullshit with females, they will never learn how to resolve it themselves, because the reality is, if you knew how to resolve it from childhood, by the time you're an adult, you will not need a female to resolve it for you. You know how to be a rock upon yourself, and that's when women want you more. Why do you think women go after all these fucking so-called bad boys and all that shit? It's because those guys don't cry on their shoulders. Those guys, look, I'm sure those guys cry, but they don't cry in public, right? Like, you don't have the world doesn't have to know everything about you. There's zero benefit in being vulnerable. Zero. As humans, we are vulnerable enough without revealing our weaknesses, especially to females. The weight that men carry, women cannot carry that weight. If your asshole hurts you as much as a vagina hurts during childbirth, you would have a problem. Pause. Right? They are built to handle different things. We are built to handle different things. We handle things differently. We handle things differently. So when you say I sound like an oath breaker, no. Because I made the oath to myself. Why should you make a vow that you did not write? That is impossible to keep. And I will not live in misery just because the society would think I'm a bad person. Just because she doesn't like it. She's not important than me. Your wife, your girlfriend is not more important than you. What makes her more important than you? What makes her more important than you? And you see, and again, if you are already in the situation, it's hard because you have to face the courts. And the courts are unjust, right? We know this. The courts are biased against fathers. That is the society we have today. It is not because of the way the courts are, it's because of how the society is. Because outside of the courtroom, the world is still biased against men, right? I wouldn't have had to start the Brave Fathers movement if the world was fair to us. I had to start it because it's unjust. Because women go to court and lie, and the court does not care that she's lying because it keeps the cash moving. So it works for them. It works for society. If you think she's so special that you spend $500 on a first date, on a dinner, or $200, or even $100 on a or whatever thing you went to, movies, whatever. I don't know how much it costs where you are. If you think she's that special, then yeah, the business, the restaurant will welcome you. They will welcome you, and she will take it. But then don't get pissed off that the guy who has a rusty car that he has to push to move is fucking her in the back seat on the first day she met him. And then she took some of the money that you gave her and she gave it to him. I'm not saying she's right, but if one guy is not treating her special, why are you treating her special? And she doesn't appreciate it. Like, how many stories do you need to hear? How many times do you need to experience it? How many times do you need to see it? Now, this does not mean, of course, that you should mistreat women, because you should treat women well. You should treat women with respect. Women are valuable, but not every woman is for you. You don't have to provide for every woman. Only provide for the one or two or three, I don't know how many women you want to have, that deserve it. Don't protect all women. Protect the ones that deserve it. Have priorities. Prioritize yourself over everybody else. Make yourself your priority, and then she'll respect you. That's when she will actually do the things you want to do, because she's like, I'm safe with this guy because he's making himself stronger. And the one who makes you weaker, that's the one who's manipulating you. That's the one who wants to bring you down. You need to get rid of her. Or wait till she initiates divorce, or wait till she spreads some lies about you, or wait till she makes a false accusation. The choice is yours. My whole thing is, if we have an alternative way, why don't we take it? If we know the world does not treat men fairly, why don't we move away from that part of the world? We still want women. We still enjoy women. We still love women. We don't fall in love though, but we still love women, right? We still care about them. So we look for the ones that are with it. And yes, you will be rejected by a lot of girls. That is just reality. That is the part I think guys are afraid of. They are so scared of rejection. And one guy commented, rejection by your wife is different. Like, why? Your wife is not special. No woman is special. No woman is more special than you. The only reason, the only way she gets a special treatment is when she's earned it. So if you've been with her for over a year, a couple of years, yeah, do something nice for her on Valentine's Day. Why not? She's earned it. Oh, you only know her for 3 months? Fuck no. That's actually the first time I've used that phrase, fuck no. And I swear a lot. But no, you don't treat her special just because she's got a vagina, just because you like her a lot, just because you're in love. Control that. And if she walks away, let her walk away. Because I've experienced women who just want me. So I said to myself, those are the only women I deal with now. I've never in my life taken a woman on a first date to a restaurant. Never. I've never taken a woman to a restaurant that I've not known for a long time. And to be honest, it's only, I think, once. I don't think I've even paid for dinner once. Because I remember one time this girl wanted to go. We went. That's the first time, actually. And I look at the fucking bill. I was like, hell no. I was investing in my business. I didn't have much money and I needed that money to buy some equipment. So I said, listen, It's been nice. I got you these nice gifts, but I think you're gonna have to contribute to the dinner. She didn't like it, but it's my fault. To be fair, I should have let her know. But we are living together. You know, so it was my mismanagement. So I will put my hand up. But I just don't do it. I've had girlfriends who say, "Oh, I want to go to dinner." They know that I'm not gonna take them, so they said, "Oh, if I pay, can we go?" Yeah, if you pay, we can go. That does not mean that I've never bought food for a girl that I'm dating or whatever. No, but I don't do it to get the girl. I don't get it to please the girl. It's like if I'm going to eat or I'm eating, of course, I'll buy her some food. But I do this with my male friends and associates too. If I meet you for a drink and I'm getting myself a drink, I'll get you a drink, male or female, right? It's just courtesy. Or if I tell you, listen, meet me here for lunch, I will pay for that lunch because I asked you to be there. I invited you. It's my invitation, male or female, right? I don't go on a date to convince a girl to be with me. I've never really done dating like I've never go. You see, like I was lucky that I learned how to approach women from older guys. So the date was never part of it. It was always like meet me. The date was not like a restaurant date or something. It was like meet me here, and my sole goal was to make out or to have sex, like right from the beginning. So I never got into that. You know, we go to a fucking restaurant. I don't think I've even once taken a woman, especially on a first date, to a movie. I don't think I've ever done that. I've gone to movies for women that I've seen, but like it's like doing shit together. Do you get what I mean? Like a girlfriend or something like that, right? So yeah, I didn't want today's show to be that long. I just wanted to address some of this stuff. Some people do agree with me. Some people just want to insult me and disrespect me, which is fine. Which is fine. One guy really disrespected me and he got it back and he blocked me, but he's a stupid fucking fool because I don't know, ho- I don't know how he really expected I don't know how he expected to insult me and not get something back. Listen, there are certain insults you should bring it on, but there's a line that when you cross that line, I will hurt your feelings. Because the difference between you and me is that I like myself and you don't like yourself. So when you come at me the wrong way, I'll fuck up your life because I'll plant a thought in your head that will dismantle your whole sense of identity. That you, 3 years from now, 10 years from now, 20 years from now, you remember what I said to you and it will hurt. So, you know, we are all here to learn from each other. I don't know how the internet disintegrated to the place where people think insulting someone and then blocking them when they respond is the way to be. Don't come at me if you're not ready for the smoke because I like the smoke. I like it. I like it. It feeds the narcissistic side of me. It feeds my ego. But if you cross a line, you will hurt yourself. So don't do it. I am here to bring the truth. I'm teaching you. I'm the prophecy. I'm sharing the reality that will protect you as a man. And I'm very open to learning from you. But anybody who starts sending me messages that cross a certain line will regret it and it will affect their whole fucking family. So don't do it. I'm not the one. I'm not the person you're looking for. I am not the one you are looking for. We can disagree. I don't belong to the red pill. I don't belong to the feminists. I don't belong to the MGTOWs. I don't belong to the Lux Maxes. Whatever. What else do we have? MRAs. I belong to Brave Fathers. That's me. That's my thing. Brave Fathers. So I don't apply anybody's philosophy to my life. Even if fucking Aristotle showed up, I would question the ideas. I would ask questions to see if they make sense for me. Right? Even in the Bible, what's his name? St. Paul. Paul. I would, if I was alive at the time, I would question a lot of the stuff that he says in the Bible. I just would. So when I read it, the fact that it's in the Bible, I don't see where I'm mandated to listen to everything he says, because I'm my own man, just like you are your own man. So people attack me for my comments, not understanding that I am the only hope they have. I'm the only person who'll be honest with them. And truth hurts. But I am not on anybody. The only side I'm on is on Brave Father's side, my side. I want fathers to win. I want men to win. I don't want us to be caught up in the societal bullshit, the lies. Like now we have all this fucking Epstein list and all that stuff. Like, imagine who's on that fucking list. That you, like the net, like those are the top, right? The top names. But who was the network beneath them? How do you know your neighbor was not helping? How do you know that the girl that you love, that you're in love with, she's not affiliated somehow with all that? We don't know what the fuck is going on in the world. We don't know what's happening. Because for Epstein to exist, there have to be doctors, there have to be police officers, there have to be military personnel, there will have to be border agents, there will have to be nurses, there will have to be teachers, taxi drivers, bus drivers, for like all kinds of individuals have to be involved in that fucking network. Right? Judges. All those things. We don't know what the fuck is going on. If you're a father, you don't know who's after your kids. So to just be falling in love with these bitches who don't respect you does not make sense. To put a woman above yourself does not make sense. To be vulnerable to a woman who can divorce you does not make sense. To be vulnerable to a girlfriend who can dump you today does not make fucking sense. It just does not make sense. So don't be angry with me for pointing out when you are needy. Because maybe you are needy. And just look at yourself and say, am I being needy? You know what? I am being needy. Why am I being needy? What do I need? Do I need therapy? Do I need some introspection? Do I need some reflection upon myself? Do I need to start a fucking journal? Like, how do I deal with this thing? But if like that guy who is giving up on sex with his wife, you can't accept you are being needy, because what he is thinking is, oh, I'll stop going after sex with her, and then she'll realize, oh my God, he stopped asking, and then she'll change. But that is bitch behavior. A man does not think that way. Come on. Like put all this, like forget being red pill, alpha male, or what do they call that? Sigma male, omega, whatever the fuck male, beta male. Like put all that aside. Just being a man, period, an absolute. Like self-respecting, value, a man who values himself. Like just yourself as a human being, like a person. Why would you put yourself through that? Why would you stop initiating sex with your wife just because she doesn't initiate it when she responds positively to your initiation? Why? You know, but listen, thank you so much. I'll be back tomorrow. I'm gonna do another show tomorrow. Thank you for watching today. If you need help going through family court, reach out to me on bravefathers.com. If you are living outside of the UK, I cannot help you with the law, but I have a small network of people who are really good and who can help you, so I'll point you in the right direction. But I can definitely give you a whole hour of my time to help you out, fight false allegations, or just get prepared for your case. I say things as I see them. I speak the truth as I see it. I'm not here to coddle your feelings. I'm not here to make you feel good. So go to bravefathers.com. There's a link in the description. Thank you so much for listening. I'm John Paul from Brave, and this is the Brave Fathers Show. All the best.
BraveFathers.com.